Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to another video here on the channel. We're going to look at something completely different today, as you can tell by the obviously the thumbnail and the title. We're going to take a look at what OnlyFans has gone and done. The very thing that made it a multi-billion-dollar corporation and everything else, you know, what's been going on for it. They are banning the spiciness from it. And it's kind of sad, really, because again, it's, you know, well, if they want to do that, let them do it. But we did see this a couple of years ago with a few other websites when they banned certain things from websites that made it famous, that made it the reason why people went there, and the reason why, you know, say Tumblr, perfect example. Tumblr was valued as something like 1 or 2 billion when it sold, but then when they got rid of the spiciness, it sold for $3 million. That's how much money they lost when they sold it. But this is what we got. So this is from inputmag.com. OnlyFans is banning spiciness, the very thing that made it big. $1 billion. The valuation they are seeking as it kicks it off its platform. OnlyFans is banning the spiciness, the company announced yesterday. It's a surprise move meant to protect its partnerships with banks and payment providers. The platform will still allow creators to post photos and videos, but not any of this. The change goes into effect starting in October. The decision comes as the London-based company has reportedly been struggling to raise new funding, despite monumental growth, because investors are cautious or contractually prohibited from investing in the adult content. But being a major platform for adult creators, it risks alienating the very users who made it big in the first place. Exactly. There's been interviews with certain creators on that platform who they've literally been making something stupid between $600 and $1 million a month. That's how much they've been making via this. That is just crazy to even think of, but it's fantastic for them. They found a way to make money. Good for them. They've gone in, they've done it, and I appreciate the, you know, that they've gone out there and they're like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make as much money as I can. But when that actual company starts going, oh, we're going to get rid of the thing that made us big, that made us famous. Yeah, we don't want you. That just goes to show that the people who are at the top, they've used them. They've used all these people, and it's sad to see. So, they confirmed the decision in a statement. Effective 1st of October 2021, they will prohibit the posting of any content containing this, in order to ensure the long-term sustainability of the platform, and to continue to host an exclusive community of creators and fans. We must evolve our content guidelines. Creators will continue to be allowed to post content containing this, as long as it is consistent with our acceptable use policy. These changes are to comply with the requests of our banking partners and payout providers. We will be sharing more details in the coming days, and we will actively support and guide our creators through this change in content guidelines. Adding to the insult to injury, OnlyFans have added that it remains dedicated to our community of 130 million users and over 2 million creators that have earned over $5 billion on our platform. They've made over $5 billion and now they're going to get rid of it because banks and all that don't like it. The funny thing with that is, so obviously you got all these places now like, oh yeah, you know, oh, we're not going to do that because it's not against our morals or whatever. The adult industry is the biggest entertainment industry in the world. It makes billions. That's the reason that Blu-ray beat HD DVD. Because the adult industry decided to go with Blu-ray instead of HD DVD. And that's why it won. It's like the Betamax and the VHS era back in the 80s, you know, which videos won. Again, I may have a few young people who don't actually know what a VHS or even a Betamax is, but they were the videos way before DVD and everything else. And again, it was because the adult industry went with them, and also the horror industry. But then, when you got something like this, it's like, come on, you've used these people, they've made you billions of dollars, and now you're like, yeah, bye-bye, we've got our money from you now, we're going to become legit. It's not going to work. OnlyFans, it gave people, those, the adult creators, a safe working environment, which is kind of sad to see that they've gone out there now and they've basically said, yeah, go on, get lost. The people who have been doing this and the ones who have been making serious bank from it, they're going to lose a lot, and I mean a lot of monthly income. These could be houses, cars, everything could be gone, lifestyles. So it goes on to say, when asked by Input what would happen to the existing not safe for work content posted to OnlyFans prior to October 1st, a spokesperson noted the official statement is, all we have to share at this stage. So are they going to keep it up there? Are they going to be like, yeah, you got to delete it? Obviously, OnlyFans brings in money hand over fist, with revenue estimated to reach $2.5 billion in 2022 on total sales of $12.5 billion. They're 20%. They're making so much money, they're going to get rid of it. Normally, any other startup with that type of revenue would have no trouble raising money. It sells clearly, but banks are conservative and companies often struggle to find payment providers willing to do business with them. Being arguably the highest profile company in the industry, it's maybe surprising that it's allowed content as long as it did. Another company that allows creators to charge for their work, Patreon, ramped up its crackdown on adult content creators in 2018, as payment providers turned the screws on it. These companies find it easier to ban the content altogether than trying to find a solution that works for all parties. It is sad because it's there, it's like if YouTube said you're not allowed commentary channels. That's going to be about, I'd probably say, 40 to 50% of YouTube. Because there's so many of them. I'd probably say the most is either how-to videos or gaming. They're the top two, no matter what. Then it's going to be like music videos and everything else. But there's going to be, like us, commentary channels. This is exactly what it's going to be. So the portrayal, OnlyFans have always shied away from promoting the content on this platform in favour of safe for work fare. It recently launched its first mobile app, that's free of this. OnlyFans cannot offer its more raunchy content through apps on iOS or Android due to an App Store rules set by Apple and Google. It's kind of, crazy to see, because with all of this, again, this is just my mind now thinking, this is my business sense, I don't know why, it's probably stupid, but if I was running this, if I owned a bank or was running a bank or whatever, I'd be like, so people don't want to go and support the adult industry. They don't want to use our services to pay people. I'd be jumping at that chance. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Damn right I'll do it. Because that way then, because you're going to make interest off their money that is being held between their account and the other account. Because, they say it normally takes between 3 to 5 working business days or whatever, between like a refund going back to you or when they take payment. That's because the bank is making interest on the money that is being held. That's how banks work. And I only know that because of my last job, because that is exactly what we did. We had to find out what was going on social media and via fraud and everything else. And it was great because we got to know the inputs. If they're bringing in just OnlyFans, only them, they're bringing in, 12 point whatever billion dollars a year, and you're going to take 20% of that cut. Yeah, keep it in. I'm going to make interest on that. That's what I want to do. But for some unknown reason, there's still a stigma around this whole industry. If they want to do it, because a lot of them do go into it because of it, and don't get me wrong, this day and age, I follow a lot of people who used to be in it, like Lana Rhodes and everything. And they've made their money, they've become famous, and now they're going into legit businesses and everything else. Again, people may be like, oh, well, they used to do this. There shouldn't be a stigma around it. There should not be a stigma. Because if they want to do it, let them do it. Yes, there is that darker side of it, which we can't talk about because this video will probably get demonetized anyway. But if this was providing a safe space for people to do their job, I really don't know why they've gone for it. Because it's obviously the banks are just using them and they don't care about normal people who want to do it. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.